And we are about to go live with stocks to watch on Wall Street sizing up. As soon as I get the go ahead here, there we are. Appreciate you guys jumping on today. This is Wall Street sizing up. You have found our channel. We are going to stream stocks to watch. Typically, I just make a video. Stocks to watch. We're going to go quick. There might be some stocks to buy, but this is for the Monday morning opening bell. We only have 3 stocks today. We usually have 4, 5, 6, but we only have 3 stocks today that we kind of like. I'm saving one to put out to the subscribers. If you didn't know, we're sponsored by StockTrade.tips. It's an actual website, so www.stocktrade.tips. They have one goal. That one goal is to help you profit off the insider knowledge of the hedge funds. That's what they do. Really quick, so I did this on the stream yesterday. I didn't know that we had done so well. So on StockTrade.tips, which is we send these basically stock alerts that you can do what you want, but we tell you if it's a long-term trade, if it's a retail play, a momentum play, what the price targets are, who's sizing up, how many shares, kind of what we're about to do on the stocks to watch. Let me give you some of the wins. Now, we've had two stocks that were down more than 25%, but we give about 2 to 3 stocks a day, okay? And we've been doing this since early December. Check this out. DQ up 26%. That was on January 7th. So I've got all this documented because we send it as a text. It's great. DQ up 26% since January 7th when we threw it out on SMS. GRTS up 600% since December 28th when we threw it out on text. GameStop. These are big names that we've thrown out. We threw that out on December 21st. I've been in that stock since October, but the 21st, it's gained 180%. SCYX up 18% December 23rd. Leaf plus 28 on December 29th. TCX plus 13 on January 4th. TLBT plus 58 on January 4th. These are just the ones that I recognize, right? VUZI up 35 on January 11th. MRNS is up 9 on January 12th. HHC, which is Howard Hughes Corporation, it's already up 8 since June 11th. SBTX, which is Silverback Therapeutics, December 18th, it's up 60%. Last one is MGE, 25% up since December 17th. So really good results, guys. I would say a lot of the stuff that I didn't say is probably flat. And like I said, we've had 2 down more than 25%. We've had 1 down more than 13, and that was MP Materials, which I sized up on. I really thought that was a winner, and we missed on that. But what is that? 20 stocks I just gave you that are plus 10, just like that. So again, we appreciate you guys. We appreciate the subs because this is going out directly to the subs. And let's get to work here. So first up, I want to go to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is back up again. It is at 32,362. You see it on the screen there. Loving the volume, which is normal. So the pullback was real. It looks to me that you could buy the dip. We really need to get up above 34, 35 to be in bullish territory again, just so you know. So with that is what Bitcoin is doing. Ethereum is back up to 1250, and the Litecoin, which I don't know why people love Litecoin, but it was at 175. It's down to about 140 now. So, you know, things are returning back to normal, but we're still on the stock to flow model, doing well there. First stock is going to be OCX. Now, I want you to understand what OCX is. So OCX is Onosite Corporation, right? You can see them on the screen there. It's a long-term trade. It could be a short-term trade. It's a small cap. The people that sized up on this is Broadwood, right? And when they sized up, it's pretty interesting because they've sized up on it before. They're up about 50%, but here's the reason why. So they cut a deal with OCX cut a deal with Broadwood and with Pura Vida Capital, right? Those are 2 activist investors. Just want to let you know that. Well, at least I know Pura Vida is. Now, Broadwood, I'm not so I'm not so up to date on, but I would bet they are. So they just announced a $25 million offering for those two. Broadwood bought 1.4 million shares, and they're the top two holders, and so that's what they do. It's a small cap. Its revenue forecast is 50% growth this year. About 50% of its stock is held by Wall Street institutions. That's big. It's got a price target of about $6, right? Again, I don't do deep dives on stocks to watch. If you get on the SMS text, it's $4.99 a month, guys. I do more of a deep dive, but we only have 160 characters, right? So that is OCX, Onocyte, right? So our next stock is IVC. Now, let me get to IVC here. Actually, I want to go to DIN first. DIN is Dine Brands Global. So Dine Brands Global is a pretty interesting stock, right? You can see the uptrend in the day. DIN, I'm talking about Dine Brands Global, DIN. There's sometimes you'll pull up, they used to be called Dine Equity. A man named Jeremy Cahan sized up at North Peak Capital. We've seen them a lot. North Peak, wouldn't say they're activists, but they sized up quite a bit. They bought 838,000 new shares, right? You can kind of do the math there, right? That's about a $100 million position that they're sitting on. Is that right? Yeah. So about a little bit under $100 million position. Dime Brands, it's got low volume. What they do is they franchise Applebee's and IHOPs all over the globe. The price target here, they're at $74 right now. The price target is between $77 and $84, right? They're about $1.23 billion corporation. Since the trade, North Peak has only gotten a 5%. Here's the thing: the earnings forecast, not the revenue, right? On OCX, it was the revenue was improving by 50%, but on DIN, it's the earnings forecast. It's a COVID recovery play, if you would, is 100%. That means the earnings will double this year. They also pay a 3% dividend as well. Again, it's a COVID recovery play. I wouldn't say that we're hot on this, but I do think that this continues to move upwards, right? Again, and North Peak has only gotten a 5% return so far. Typically, your hedge funds and investment firms look for far more than that. So look for some upward movement there. Next up is going to be IVC. Now, I'll put IVC back up there. Sorry for the confusion. That's what happens when you stream, baby. We are at right about $10. Now, IVC is, let me get their name on the screen there, is Invacare Corporation. IVC is the ticker. You can see the month-long chart there on the screen. This is more of a long-term investment, if you would. Here's the thing. It's MedTech, right? 100% of their stock is owned by Wall Street institutions. We like that. Now, since Israel Englander, he runs Integrated Core Strategies, a big hedge fund. Let me just say that now. A big hedge fund. So when they size up, people take notice. Now, he traded on this back in, which I don't know how he is filing this. I'll have to figure it out. But he sized up on December 31st. But here's the thing. He only bought 350,000 shares, but he owns 2.1 million shares total, right? So he's got about a $25 million position here, right? It's strong long term. It's got good momentum. This is going back to May. It's got good momentum. It's on a pullback now, and it's just coming out of the pullback. That's why we like it as well. The earnings forecast on this one is 94% growth, so almost double on this one as well, just like Dine was, right? And here's the thing: it bounced off support at about what I could tell, about 970, right? Its next resistance level is about 1040. So you can look at that as well. So we've got OCX, which just did and announced an offering to raise capital through Broadwood, who bought the 1.4 million shares along with Pura Vida Capital. You've got DIN at Dine Brands, which what we like about them is 87% of that stock is owned by Wall Street insiders, and you got IVC or Invacare, right? If I'm saying that correctly, right? And so that are the stocks to watch today. Now, I want to thank you guys for watching, but before you leave, we do a trader, today's trader news. We do it every Monday through Friday if I'm here, right? Some of the staff is here. I only have a staff of one. I've got some contractors that I call the staff to. So we do that and we stream that as well. And that's where we go through the news of the day. Typically, it's where you don't see or what's not on CNBC. Some of the top news is, but then we go through line by line, not everything, but at least the stocks that move that day, the new price targets, the stocks that you would know. We do skip over the Canadian stocks for the most part, and we definitely skip over the European stocks, but we talk about partnerships, who's moved where, and this is all on the ticker, right? And finally, if you haven't gone to our Twitter, it's Trading Heavy. You will find that we put on there every hedge fund that has had to file a 13G. It's 24 hours late. We really don't have any remarks on it. We just tell you who, how much, how many stock shares were bought, and what the price was, right? It's a really, really good tool. That's at Trading Heavy on Twitter. With that being said, guys, have a great, great weekend. Watch your six, go hard in the paint. We'll see you next time. See you guys.